a poem that I wrote many years ago, and it's about something that happened when I used to go to Egypt a lot, many years ago, because I used to teach ancient Egyptian history. And this one is called Felucca Night. Now, it's going to be quite hard to imagine this because it was hot and sultry the time that this poem was written about, not freezing cold like it is now. And it's called Felucca Night. Now, does anybody here not know what a felucca is? One person at the back? Yeah? Well, a felucca is... Ooh, now that you've opened the space for other people to say they don't know either, Tim. Thank you. A felucca is one of those boats you see on the Nile with a huge triangular sail. And some of them take tourists on little trips up and down from various spots on the Nile, and some of them are working boats. And this was about a night in 1982 where myself and a small group from my college were on a trip, and we took a felucca trip which lasted sort of 4 days and nights, going from let me see, sort of about 50 miles or so below Cairo down to Aswan in the far south, about 300 miles further south. But we got off before Aswan anyway, but Aswan's one of my favourite places in the whole world. Anyway, on the way, this happened. Softly, the old boat thudded to the shore, a starlit beach, an island on the Nile. Our boat nearby, single-masted, white-sailed swan. The old boat was no swan, more a battered albatross. The turbaned, long-robed group leapt quickly down, and soon a twig fire glowed. Small glasses of hot chai were passed around, together with a makeshift hookah, an old tin can and reed straw. Sitting apart was a boy who played a tune so haunting on his flute, a metal tube with holes cut in. He played to the night, crowded out with brilliant stars. Far away a dog barked. A mullah called to Allah, and from the boat close by, we were observers of this scene, Juliet and I, until, on impulse, we jumped down and entered the sacred circle of campfire light. We drank their chai and begged the flute player to play on and on until he had no breath left. His reedy, dreamy melody floating into the smoky night. Laughing and chatting, the company paid scant heed to these Western women, dropped in from another universe of cities and pollution. All at once they stood and doused the fire, leapt on their silent, gliding boat, quickly fading into the eternal dark, leaving floating in the sultry night a scent of oily wood smoke and a faint and lonely melody in my remembering. Thank you very much. This one I wrote last winter, and it's called Heroes and Ghosts. Wish You Were Here. I wrote it after listening to the Pink Floyd album and the track Wish You Were Here. When I sleep, your ghost sleeps beside me. Your ghost sits in that kitchen chair, smoking and talking, watching me cook, clean. Today, in the shop, I had to back away from the men's clothes to avoid your ghost in every aisle. And yesterday, on a morning walk to the park, your ghost flitted through the shadows of that copse of young trees, taking photos of me in the snow. I want to shout, "Come back, come back, come back!" But I don't. Your ghost scoops up the cat with big brown hands and strokes her gently. In your absence, she has retreated further into sleep. I wish I could do the same. And this one, rather lighter note, I suppose. I wrote on the 29 bus between Green Lanes and Camden one morning, and it's called After the Snow. Saturday's night snow has melted on the roads by Monday into street corner grey heaps. Passing Finsbury Park on the bus, the bright winter sun bounces across a gleaming white field. A scattering of snowmen remain, missing either heads or shape or form, battered remnants, no eyes, mouths, noses, no hats or woolly scarfs, a killing field of emptiness. Thank you. And so we come to the end of our little soiree, and I have to say I've really enjoyed being here. I've enjoyed our small audience and performing for you, and I've enjoyed our performers who I think were all brilliant, a very high standard. So can we have a round of applause for everybody, please?